One of the constant problems I have when women are talking about men on social media, it's always all men. It's always blasted out to all men. It's usually in the negative. So when advice is being given from women to women about men, it's about it's really just about their own experience of the men that they qualify for, men on their level. And it's usually not the best of us. So what you hear when I'm listening stuff like this, I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense, especially if you want a man that's better than the average. You're using skills and abilities that from a game from junior varsity when you want to play in the big leagues. Let's take a look.
Now, sis, you need a man? You need to keep a man? Stop being nice to these men. Have you noticed anytime that you're like, oh, let me be nice to him. Let me show him how good of a woman I am. Let me cater to him. Let me cook for him. Let me serve him. It has gotten you absolutely nowhere. You're always holding the bag.
Now let's be fair. This happens to women a lot. This is the reason it's a common complaint. But you were taught that you should cater to a man. So you cater to the first man you like, but you never really vested or you never really investigated what type of man that is. So if you paid attention, you could see signs where he's on his way, right? Maybe he's hood adjacent because we know there's an affinity, but you want to cater to a bad man, a man that's not worth the catering to. And then when it goes bad, inevitably it will, you then say, don't cater men because that's you're going to be left holding the bag. You and your friends do the same things to the same quality of guy. And then what happens? You're left looking, say, I didn't know he had a baby shower. He was married. He had 4 or 5 kids just down the street. I had no idea. Well, you never investigated and you gave more of yourself to someone that was never worth it. Never worth that sort of effort. You got used and left with the bag, sometimes left with debt, sometimes left with trauma. And then you say, to protect myself, I'll never do this again. So now you come across a guy that you actually like, a guy that maybe is worth it this time, but you've got a bad set of skills that you're applying here. And when that doesn't work, not because he's a bad dude, because you're a bad woman, you don't understand, and it just fuels that same toxicity. All these men don't cater to them, don't do these things because they're all going to leave you.
Wondering why. Be mean to these men. Have you ever noticed when you are standing your ground, when you are ordering them, when you are demanding them, when you are shutting them down? Now they paying attention? Don't be nice to these men.
So this type of toxicity works for a certain type of man. A certain quality of man is going to respond to you being mean to them, demanding, right? Because maybe that is indicative or that's reminiscent of what it was like for them growing up with their mom. Maybe. But those aren't typically the guys that end up marrying you, settling down, wanting to build a family. They have kids but no family. So that advice is good for exactly where you are. If you want to now advance somewhere else in life, you know you're going to need something else. You should know you're going to need something else because if I'm, entertaining a woman, we're dating and she starts being mean, cool. I've got no problem saying good luck, right? If that, hey, you want to move, don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's my favorite thing to say. Hey, don't worry about it. You do whatever you're going to do. If you think causing me stress in my life is somehow going to endear you to me, now I'm going to want to do things for you. I don't understand how you would think that's actually worthwhile. For a man of quality, someone that you've acknowledged that, hey, you're better than the rest. Now going to treat you like an asshole and think now he's really gonna pay attention to me. Now he's really gonna like me. Now he's gonna do all the things I've ever wanted him to do. He's gonna sign up for a life of being belittled. I The quicker you give men the same treatment and quality of just being human, of just being alive, of just being a person who's worthy of respect, I think you have better outcomes. This type of nonsense is going to get you exactly where you're getting you on TikTok complaining that you just need to be mean to men. I'll leave with this. If this was a viable strategy, you'd have someone, you'd have the man of your dreams already. Instead, you're here telling women to do something that you know is not going to work. This is nasty work.